let's start with what's the meaning behind your name, Wildstylez?
I could make up some really cool story, but there isn't. I was signed at Scantrax, and then it was like, okay, we need a name, and then we tried a few things, and then Prophet actually came up with the name. I was like, that's cool. And, that's basically how I got my name. So it's not like.
I mean, it explains your music perfectly. It's a wild style of music. We love it.
Yeah. I mean, when we came up with the name, it was like, okay, that's cool, and we can maybe do some other music, and we can do stuff with it. But it was like more like, he came up with it. I was like, hey, that's cool. So
cool.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. Yeah.
So, what gets you most amped during a live set, and what are you looking forward to while you play here at Mysteryland?
I just want to see an insane crowd, and probably from the moment I press play and I already see people, I got excited, and I try to entertain them for as long as my set takes.
Awesome. What sort of snowballing off of that? What do you think is your favorite song to play live?
My favorite song at this moment, I think it's "Let Me See" from the Basement Invaders. It's kind of like a house concept in a hardstyle track, but they did it really well, and the track is like a little different than a lot of hardstyle you hear at the moment. So I really love to play it, and it's really energetic. So at this moment, I think that's my favorite track.
Well, you're going to see a lot of energy over there. Because it's
really
been
curious.
Crazy.
Yeah, I heard.
What's your favorite performance to date that you've done so far?
That I've done so far? It's difficult. I mean, every gig is completely different. But of course, there are a few. I closed the main stage of DEF CON in 2010. And that was like a really big deal, because I went to DEF CON myself for years already, and it was like always Techno Boy who was closing the party, and it was like something special. And then I couldn't even imagine that I was going to do that a few years later. So that's probably one I will never forget. And then just the first gigs of Rob and the big shows, Vibe in LA, and it's insane, and in Chile. Santiago, I had some really cool gigs, and then of course we have the climax. I had my own exclusive, which was really cool. But I can't choose one gig.
Well, it's good that you have so many good ones.
Yeah.
I got to get over to climax soon.
Yeah, you have to. The production is probably like the most insane production you will ever
You're
see.
blessed over there. Here in America, we don't see that many Q-Dance shows like that.
Well, probably if it's growing over here, and there are enough people to do a party like that, they will definitely do it over here.
Awesome.
So, need some more time, I guess.
So who do you look towards for inspiration when you're making a song or something like that? Who really inspires you to be better?
Well, for hardstyle in particular, I think it was like Techno Boy and all the aliases he got, which got me into hardstyle. And the sound was completely different back then, but I think he was like the one, and also the DJ Dan and DJ Pavo, but it was like in 2001. I visited the parties, and they were like the first playing hardstyle. So they actually got me into hardstyle, but started producing, I think, because of all the Techno Boy stuff.
Awesome. So if you could collab with anyone in the industry, who would you collab with? Would it be Techno Boy as well?
I still have to do that. He's probably the only one who I haven't worked with yet. But in hardstyle, I think I already collaborated with all the people I wanted to. With Adam, Noise Control, Bretton Hart. Maybe Techno Boy. think I'm going to give him a call after this interview. I still have to do that, yeah.
Well, I'm glad I gave you the idea.
Yeah.
So what are you currently working on? Can we expect any big things for the rest of 2014?
Yeah, well, I just released a video for the track with Koen, but besides that, I'm producing a lot. I have a few tracks which are almost finished, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. And there's like a new collab with Brennan Hart coming up, one with Headhunters. Yeah, and I have some more stuff, but there's a lot of stuff coming up, so I have to plan when, what, and we have to see. But there will be some cool things, I guess.
Awesome. So do you prefer making remixes or originals?
Well, it depends. I mean, sometimes it's really hard to produce a complete new track if you don't have like a vocal or anything. But yeah, sometimes I'm going to do writing sessions with some songwriters I know, and then I love to do that. But on the other side, remixing, if they ask me for a track which I like and I start with it, then I love to remix it. You can make a really cool track in like one day. So also love to do that. It depends, and love both.
Good. You need to be versatile. So how do you feel about the growth of hardstyle? Whether it's, overseas or here in America, and where do you see it going?
Where do I see it going? Yeah, I hope that it will be like a worldwide accepted sound, and we can play everywhere in the world. But yeah, we have to see. But it's growing bigger and bigger at the moment. So yeah, it's already happening. I'm glad I can be a part of it. So I hope it gets a little bigger. So maybe we can go to the US and do like a tour, and then first the West Coast, or the East Coast, and then the West Coast. I mean, now it's like, okay, you go to America, and then, for example, this weekend I started in Orlando. I had to go to LA, and then back to New York. So
it never ends, right?
it never ends. It would be a little easier if it was like, okay, you have to go there, there, and there, and then there, there, there. So yeah, I hope it gets a little bigger.
I'm praying for a DEF CON and a Climax USA. That's what I'm praying for.
Yeah, if the scene is big enough, I mean, you already see it in LA. The Sound of Q-Dance shows are already like pretty big over there. I mean, it's like 4,000 or 5,000 people. And the production is already really cool. So I need a few years, but you will have your own big Q-Dance parties over there. I'm pretty sure about that.
Good, I hope so. Got anything else?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Where do I see myself in 5 years? Well, I hope I'm still playing and people will still like me. But the most important for me is that I can still be in the studio and just do what I love. So yeah, I hope the sound is growing a little bigger, and we'll see. But yeah, I hope I'm still doing the same thing. No. To be honest, I think if you ask me where will you be in like 10 years, it will be completely different, because then maybe I'm like, okay, I want to be in the studio and do some other stuff. In 5 years, I hope I'm still performing.
Perfect.
That's it.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thank you.